All right, we have one big event this week. This is the only thing that matters in crypto this week. It is the CPI data coming out on Friday. I'm going to make a pose for the thumbnail now. All right, I'm literally doing no editing for this video, so let's just get into it. Wow, that thumbnail is going to be terrible because my face was so small. I don't really care. Okay. I have to get this out here really quick, guys, because I think I have the bead. I think I have it locked in for this market right now. And this is why. CPI data is starting to get priced in. As you can see here, this is a little Bitcoin candle. Bitcoin is suddenly flashing a buy signal here. And the reason that I think this is happening is people are starting to think ahead to the CPI data, which is getting released on Friday. As you guys know, I've been talking about this for a long time. June 10th is the inflation data. This is the only thing that matters for the market right now. I want to say that one more time for the people in the back. This is the only thing that matters for the market, okay? Everyone's talking about it. Has inflation peaked? If inflation has peaked, that means that we can have a little bit more confidence buying some of these riskier things like Bitcoin, like stocks, because the Federal Reserve, who prints all the money, will end up printing more money once inflation has peaked and starts to come down. Now, I looked into this very deeply today, okay? I was scrolling through Twitter. I was doing all of this stuff because I want to know what actually makes up this number that's coming out on Friday, okay? So I looked it up, and I actually have the graph right here, okay? Look at this. That is so small. I'm going to pull it up on Twitter instead right here. This is what makes, can you guys see this? This is what makes up the data that comes out on Friday. As you guys can see, this is huge. And this is why I think I had this one right. I think we're going to pump this weekend. I think this is our chance to actually have a bear market rally. Please. I just hope this data actually reflects what's actually happening in the world, because I think this is what's happening. We have 42% of this CPI number is housing, okay? So let's talk about that. The first thing that we've noticed is that housing is way down. Housing prices are way down. If you just Google housing prices down, this has peaked. 37 housing markets. What the housing market slowdown means for buyers, this was 3 days ago. The Denver housing market, which is one of the hottest in the U.S., has peaked, dropped last month. The housing market just slid into a full-blown correction, says top economist Mark Zandi. The cooling housing market, that was 2 weeks ago. Signs are pointing to a slowdown in the housing market. Housing market boom is over. Okay, so we have every single person on the earth, and I've seen this in my own city as well. Houses that were getting 30 offers instantly are now not getting 30 offers instantly. It's happened very quickly, okay? And so the biggest component, and this is why I'm really energetic today and really excited, guys, because I think we have a little bit of foresight into the market. For once, we have an edge. When you can only make money in the market when you have an edge. And right now we have an edge because 42% of this rating, which comes out on Friday, which determines the prices of your Bitcoin and all of your coins and the stock market and everything else, is saying 42% of this is saying that, look, inflation has probably peaked. Okay, let's go on to the next part. Transportation. I looked up, what the hell is transportation, right? What is transportation? I literally Googled this. What is transportation in this index? It means new and used motor vehicles, okay? So what we need to know is, are people purchasing more or less cars than they were purchasing last month, okay? And so I looked this up. I said a major cause of inflation may have peaked. That's good news for consumers, but bad news for trucking companies. It is saying that new and used car sales are down. I don't know if I have the right article pulled up. I had a bunch of them, but one of them, I think it's this one. One of them is saying that used cars sales are down. Used car and new car sales are down too. Sorry, I don't have the right article pulled up, but I just saw this. If you go and literally just search, have consumer car purchases peaked? Right here. It's saying the sales of internal combustion engines. Sales of internal combustion vehicles now in a permanent decline, okay? So we finally reached a peak in that as well. So the two, in my opinion, I don't know, it's hard to know what's actually going to be reflected in this data on Friday, but it looks like the two biggest buckets in this thing are going to come down, okay? Month over month. That doesn't mean that we're out of the woods, that inflation's over. It doesn't matter, really. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that the expectation is 8.3%, okay? So if you go to my Twitter, I've been talking about this. You got to follow me on Twitter, guys, @KaleAbe, okay? It's linked below every video. But, I've been taught, where's a tweet that talks about the, I don't know where it is. But look, even this is really interesting, right? Nancy Pelosi is buying a bunch of Apple. She's buying a bunch of Microsoft. She's buying a bunch of tech stocks. Why is that? You think she knows that the CPI print is going to be lower than people expect? Look how many likes this. I mean, this has got a lot of engagement, and even Byzantine General saying this is great info. This is great info. I agree. I think that these people know that the inflation print is going to come down. I think I don't know. I have a good feeling that it's going to be lower than expectations. The expectation number, for those of you guys who are slow in the back and want to know what's going to happen, okay? So if you just, I'm probably not going to make a video till Friday. What you need to do is wake up Friday at 8:30. Friday, 8:30 Eastern. Oh my gosh, come on, mouse. 8:30 ET, okay? If the number, there'll be one number. All you have to do is go on Twitter and follow what's his face, Walter Bloomberg. Okay, if it's the expectation expectation for CPI equals 8.3. Okay, the interesting thing about 8.3 is that this is exactly what it was last month. Okay, it's the same expectation as it was last month. However, we have housing prices down, we have shipping prices down, we have transportation prices down, we have a lot of that index that I talked about, that bucket, I can't get back to it now. That bucket seems to be coming down. Okay, so that's great. And so we have some factors showing that we could come in under expectations. So if we come in under expectations, Bitcoin will go up. Okay, how do I draw that? You guys understand what I'm saying? If it's reversed, if we're under, whatever it is under, we will go up. If we come in below expectations, oh my gosh, I can't. I have the least edited YouTube channel on the earth. Okay. If it goes up, if expectations are up higher than 8.3, then all the markets will go down. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me? Are you listening to my voice? Okay. So this is the only thing that matters. It's Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. There's one more thing I wanted to say. I totally forget what I wanted to say. Join 2+2 Genesis. It's our NFT project. It's absolutely fantastic. We're talking about this stuff all day. All you have to do is buy one of these NFTs. I talk about all my trades live. It's amazing. It's the best project on the internet. Make sure you jump into that. Gosh dang it. There was one more thing I wanted to say before Friday. Oh, there's something really bullish. Let me just go back to my Twitter. Okay. This is very interesting. This is interesting. And this is why you guys need to stay till the end of the videos. Okay. Because, this is breaking news. Like it really is. Like, let me look at this. Okay. $100 million of Bitcoin is being bought in the next few days. Okay, look at this. This is a whale alert. $100 million has been sent to Binance in order to buy Bitcoin. Guess who this is? If you click on this, if you go to the whale alert, if you click on the transaction, if you dig through this, guess who this is? Bing, ding, 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 ding. For those of you in the back, this is Tron. This is Justin Tron. This is TRX. This is a billionaire. And you know why he's buying this? It's very funny. It's almost like we've seen this story before. It's almost like this is a movie that's been played out before. And the movie is called, I'm going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin to prop up my algorithm stablecoin. All you have to do is search Tron Algo stablecoin, okay? This is who it is. Tron Algo stablecoin. Tron's USDD stablecoin would be modified to avoid Terra-like collapse, says Justin Sun. They're already talking about how basically it's the exact same thing as UST, which went to zero. But this guy right here, Justin Tron, he even looks like Do Kwon. Good Lord. It's like watching the same movie over and over again. He is buying Bitcoin to back up his algorithm stablecoin. But here's the good news, okay? The bad news is that UST went to zero. This is probably going to go to zero, and we're going to have another collapse like this in the future because people don't learn their lesson. He's doing the same thing as UST, but he's doing USDD. So that's not great. The good news, though, is if you guys remember back here, I'm not going to be able to pull it up on this chart. Okay, I'll just talk for a second. You guys remember when Bitcoin was at like, I don't know, 30,000? What was that? Like 37,000. Everyone thought we were going down to the graveyard. This was a few months back. And all of a sudden there was this really charismatic guy named Do Kwon. And he was buying a bunch of Bitcoin because he was propping up his stablecoin. Well, when he bought all that Bitcoin, what happened to the price of Bitcoin? It went from like $37,000 to $47,000. So I think the same exact thing could happen. If this guy's buying a bunch of Bitcoin, kind of setting the floor, and then we have the CPI data come in really, really well here on Friday. Plus, we have FOMC next week. They maybe don't say anything new. Maybe they say, hey, inflation has started to peak. We're going to have a nice little bear market rally here. We can get Bitcoin to $36,000 like I've been calling for like a month. I know I'm early, but I do think we're still going to hit those levels, $36,000, $37,000, and then we can go lower again. But, hey, that's what I'm doing. All my trades are in 2+2 Genesis. I love you guys. I will see you guys later.